John McDonald, MC Supreme for Matchroom. Welcome to Talk 10 Pin, but John, tell me, how do you rate 10 pin bowling amongst all the sports that you cover?
It's an interesting one, because before I did it I didn't know anything about it, which was it's somewhat of a problem, and then I started to take part in it too, because it's a bit of a sport that you can pretty much turn your hand to, and I thoroughly enjoy it, and it's in my sports now, in my sport calendar, it ranks very highly now. That's something I look forward to doing very much.
How long have you been working with Matchroom?
Matchroom. Now, my first job I ever did for Barry at Matchroom was in about 83, 84 as a journalist and a photographer. And then in 94 I went the other side of the camera, and in 96, 97 I started doing some freelance work for him, and I've probably worked for him full time since 99.
So you don't have a day job?
No, give up the day job.
And you have a remarkable sense of humour. Did you train for that in any
No,
way?
not really. I don't think. I just think, I come from a very funny family. My father was very funny. My mother was very funny. They were in the iron and steel business. My mother used to iron and my father used to steel. And, it was a very funny upbringing, really.
And where do you live?
I live in London, South London. I live just very close to Wimbledon Common, where the Wombles are.
And where do you bowl?
I go to the Charrington Bowl a fair bit.
In Tolworth?
In Tolworth, yeah, the Tolworth Bowl.
And what sort of average can you
Well,
post?
I've had a 197 with a massive, great big mauve house ball. I'm probably the only one of the 6 that regularly go that doesn't have his own gear. I got given some shoes by Bill Hoffman once. They were silver glittered shoes, and I thought, you know what, I don't want to click my heels and go home. I think I'll just use the stuff at the centre. So I've got nothing of my own, no house ball, nothing.
You're a flamboyant guy. Silver shoes should suit you.
Yeah.
And what do you think is your second favourite sport if 10 pin bowling ranks up high? Is it boxing?
Well, boxing's really where I made my name. It's a sport that I knew a lot about. I had a family history in boxing, and I took part myself. I wasn't very good, but that doesn't mean to say that I wasn't good at covering boxing in some way or another. So boxing will always be probably my number one, and what most people will know me for. And then everything in sport now has a big entrance and a big build-up, and sport's got to be entertaining for you to want to go and see it. I mean, the example to that is the atmosphere here at this Weber Cup has been, I'd rank as amongst some of the best atmospheres I've ever been to at any sporting environment.
Well, of all the Weber Cups that I've attended, this one is certainly the best. It's for atmosphere, for attendance, and for bowling. Particularly, European team aren't doing too well, but it's fantastic. I mean, every match is going down to the 10th frame.
Yeah, on a bowling perspective, I don't think if you was a salesman, you'd want the Weber Cup to be the tool you sell. You've got a lot of young families and children here today, and they are your potential customers. In fact, most of them are your customers, and I think there could be a better way of showing your goods, if you like. The thing I also like about 10 pin bowling and being a feminist is that men and women can compete on the same level. I've been an active feminist all my life, really, being orphaned quite young and brought up by sisters and things like that. I appreciate how important women are to us in our society, and I don't feel that we quite give them the credit they're due. So, bowling, I've seen the Masters where a lady's won, and it's been fantastic. So, that's also a reason why I probably like it so much.
The World 10 pin, the World 10 pin Masters, the World 10 pin Masters and the Weber Cup have found a really good home here in Barnsley.
Yeah, I think that there's a very good reason for that. I think the local youth bowling centres and bowling centres generally in this area really got behind it, and it is a fabulous day out and a fabulous night out, and I think I can't think of many sports in the world that you can sit so close to the action, and also can't think of many sports in the world where you could actually compete at such a high level with should I say, a limited amount of equipment. It's a really sort of can-do sport.
And a lot of people are saying that the scores here are fixed, that the lane is too easy, but you've got to realise that these people that are bowling here are the creme de la creme.
Yeah, I agree. You know, we've looked at one of the bowling legends of the world with 8 major titles and 4 US Opens in Pete Webber, who I believe struggled. And that's nothing new in the Webber Cup. The Webber Cup's not about playing. It's about the environment and being here. And some people will never understand that unless they're involved in live sport. To be able to perform, I mean, Pete probably would strike after strike after strike in any normal environment, but coming here, it's like the Lion's Den. It's very gladiatorial. It takes a bit of getting used to, and I think by the time they've got used to the single lane format and the pattern, I think probably it's a little bit too late to make any adjustments. So some will struggle, but you know, having said that, I've seen 3 maximums, and you know, there'll be a lot of people in bowling that bowl all their life and never see one, and we've seen 3.
Yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic. The Webber Cup is fantastic, and John, your introductions to the Webber Cup and the World Temper Masters are fantastic. Keep it going.
I will indeed.
And thanks for talking.
It's always a pleasure.